a personal trainer and his selfless commitment to the overall well-being of the FGP family.
Thank God for being around me and helping me in tough situations. I was in for a while, and got me out of it, and was a better person for it. And I thank all you guys for pushing me, investing me with your health, fitness, and lifestyles. And it just helps me every day. Shout out to Zay, Jared, Sid, push me harder and harder every month. I'm #1 on the leaderboard. Check this out. Robbie, Courtney, going your home for me. Appreciate you speaking to me a chance. You believe in me.
Yeah, totally spicy.
All night. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was like, it tasted like
It's spicy.
Now you guys have those business cards on the table. We're gonna recognize 4 people. This was hard. This was hard because you guys are all amazing. Some of you see me often, some of you don't. But I hear all your trials and tribulations. I hear everything that's going on with you. My trainers brief me and they tell me. And I'll give them some advice on how to deal with you and vice versa. But that's the beautiful thing about FGP, is that it's not enough for me just for you to show up and exercise. Like, I want to know what's going on in your family, what's going on, like, are you sick, what's going on with your kids. Like, I want to know it all. I'm nosy, and I want to know because it empowers me. And so it's hard to figure out who we were going to choose, or I was going to choose, that made a really direct impact on other members in the gym. If your name wasn't chosen, it had nothing because I had anything against you. It's just, these are individuals that, one, made an effort to get my attention all the dang time. I'm a little sad because this kid ain't here.
Aww,
he should be here.
We love him.
But we're going to talk about him.
We love him.
This young kid is 14 years old.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm very selective on who I'm allowed to train at FGP. As you can see, the numbers have been dwindling. The numbers haven't been dwindling because people don't want to stay. The numbers have been dwindling because if they don't live up to the core values of fitness grind, you're gone. I don't care how much you pay. I don't care. I've let people go that paid me $1,500 a month to train them and no longer with me. Your money is of no value to me if you cannot change. If we cannot help implement a better lifestyle that impacts your family, impacts you for the long run, then there is no service for you at the fitness grind. There's no point. Because that's the reason why it exists. So when I met this young man, I got into it with his dad. Because of the simple fact that we're more focused on sports instead of his health. And I told him that if sports was going to be the main identifier, then he couldn't be there. He'd go somewhere else. His mom assured me it was going to be health. This kid was diagnosed as a pre-diabetic. At 13 years old. That's ridiculous. And it really pisses me off. And I gave him a shot. 4 months later, this kid loses 35 pounds.
Yeah.
Looks phenomenal.
He looks amazing.
And he is no longer pre-diabetic. The reason why I chose this kid is because that is what our generation reflects today. So this young man really stood out and really exemplified the type of program that will be launched in 2019 for the youth. That's going to be very bold and very aggressive. 2 parents to start standing up and start making a difference for the youth. I wish he was here. He was supposed to be here with his parents, but he's not. They will pay the price when I see them next week. This next individual is a mama too, also a teacher. Not only a teacher, but she teaches and influences and instructs some of the most difficult kids you could possibly teach. Because in our society, it's unfortunate, language isn't relevant across all levels. She speaks multiple languages, one being sign. She has a heart bigger than this room. She's overcome adversity in many ways. She has not become a victim of her circumstance. And she's prevailed every time she's needed to. And because of that, she's inspired me to suck up my nonsense and keep working hard and keep doing what I need to do to create the environment that needs to be created. So for this individual, I wrote for her uncanny ability to not be a victim of her circumstance, to constantly push through all trials and overcome adversity, and achieving the health that she desires while inspiring others on the way. And this beautiful young soul is Nikki Ferry.
We love you, Nikki.
I call her Nikki.
I just have to say that I don't do regular gyms, and when I came to talk to Felix, it was all they could do to walk in because of all the bad experiences that I've had. And I don't like nonsense gyms. I don't like men who are picking up women in gyms. I'm just like, really, like, I'm married and I'm here to do work, and so if you're going to be here to pick up women or whatever, you can just walk on down the road. And one of the things that I really liked about Fee is he doesn't put up with that. And if it impacts the environment of his gym, they can drop the door. And I really appreciate that because I pay a lot of money to go to his gym, but it's worth every dollar. And I'm just so thankful for being very patient with me, because I don't always make the right decisions, but I'm trying, and it's just consistency. And I so appreciate you guys, Ralph and Jeremiah and Felix. They're great, and I consider them family. So I've developed a lot of for exercise. I used to hate it. Now I crave it. And so that's totally different. I had to have knee surgery. Had knee surgery Thursday, was back at the gym on Tuesday. And before I would have been like, oh no, I'm out for 6 months, whatever. But no, it's a definite lifestyle change, and I'm just thankful for the positivity being created in my life.
One thing that you'll know about me, if you don't know, is I'm very transparent. The problem with transparency is sometimes it can be TMI. Can't see you. Too much information, right? Like, if I had a hemorrhoid that came and gone and came and gone and came and gone all the time, it'd be this man.
Jared?
I believe they made a marketing campaign out of them for Subway.
Oh,
just say it, damn
just say it!
But in all seriousness, this is a guy, although his dry humor sucks, really has a big heart. This is a man who continues to ensure that he'll never have children, I'm still working on it, but loves children more than he loves people.
No.
And this certificate of recognition goes to Jerry Silvius for always being there for the community. This is a guy who really misses a workout. He's been in the studio for years, 5 days a week, maybe missed, I don't know, less than my fingers can count. A man who is the only one I know that loves kids just as much as God does, but does not want any. Thanks for being you, brother, and leading the way. Okay, this next guy. This is the guy who, if he wasn't older than me, I'd choke him. This is the guy that you'll see sweeping the floor, scrubbing it. He'll be running outside, making sure that somebody finishes it after he's done his workout twice.
Right there.
Will be the last guy that sticks around when everyone's left and kind of hangs around and help. Kind of like awkward, like that guy that sticks around, like you're like, hey, why are you still here, type guy. Who's an amazing father, an amazing husband, a civil servant, annoying, but freaking awesome.
Yep.
You'll see this guy sweating everywhere. Annoyingly.
Yeah.
Patrick, you gotta run for your money, bro. Mopping and scrubbing the floors as well as running with another member to help them finish. Keep crushing it, Miss Officer. Keep officer.
Yeah.
Most of you guys know my testimony. If you don't know what that is, that's a series of events that are derived from truth. Truth meaning that it's your story. And no one can take that from you because it's your experience and it's your story. So for those of you that don't know, probably about 2 hours long, I'll give you a recap. When I created FGP, one thing I said is I will live in truth. And when I started it, I was still lying. I was still trying to save face. I was still trying to please other people. I was still trying to adapt to what people wanted me to be. And the result of that, there were members in my gym that shouldn't have been there. They weren't a good fit, which is why we're so lean now at 70 members. During that journey, I learned a lot of things about myself as a man, as a leader, as a coach, as a whatever anyone wants to call me, but more importantly, as a disciple of Christ. And he called me to do one thing, and that's humbly be truthful to the best of my ability, because he knew that pride and ego and me putting me first all the time was the downfall and the death of me. And trust me, it's a hard thing to do. I struggle to this day. So years ago, I cheated on this woman and almost lost my family. And it was by God's grace that I was able to rekindle this relationship and save it. Again, not me, him. And it made me uncover years, decades of turmoil, chaos, and depression that I never had the courage to face. But as I improved in my spirituality and I built my relationship with God, it made me realize that the work was already done. That I didn't have to work as hard as I thought I did. I just had that faith. And although I questioned that faith over time, I knew one thing was true, that the love I had from this woman was brighter than any light, any candle, any sun. To put out. I knew that if I didn't work on my relationship day in and day out, that the darkness that sits inside of me that will never go away will continue to rise and take over. I knew that I had to die to that man every day. I had to fight every single day in order for the man that needed to come to be present and be the father and the future husband that he needs to be. And it's not an easy journey. Some of you folks in here right now struggling in your marriages. I get it. Some of you guys in a relationship struggling. I get it. But just like your fitness, just like you can't lose those 5 to 10 pounds like you want to, just like you can't get lean the way you expect to, just like your strength leaves you when you need it most, the thing you need to understand is that you had it once, which means you can get it again. My first proposal was under false pretense. It was bullshit. It wasn't real. And for a long time I did it because everybody else was getting proposed to and married. But in my heart and in my mind, I wasn't ready. And it wasn't until I found my relationship with God when I realized that, yes, this is the woman. This is my rib. My spiritual coach told me, Fee, you want to see the Lord work in your life? Make this bold prayer. Ask Him to take away the ones in your life that'll prevent you from building a relationship with him. And did he answer that prayer? The friends that I thought I had, no contact. When I was suicidal, getting ready to kill myself, no answer. Not even a hello, not even a Facebook check, nothing. The guys that I gave free training to, the guys that changed their lives, the guys that I gave advice to, nothing. A couple months go by, I went to see my daughter, and one day I get a call. And it's my little girl asking me when I'm going to come home. And then it's the mother of my daughter asking, we need to talk. And we have a conversation, and I'm back home. And that's how I knew God exists. Because she had every right to leave. She had every right to abandon me. And I deserved every bit of it. And to this day, I am undeserving of God's grace and love. Most believe, some don't. But that's okay. This is about the love that's in my heart that I have for her and for all you guys. And that's one thing that can't be fabricated. So I found it perfect to recommit myself until my last breath and until God says otherwise. And I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And no one or nothing, unless God himself, will stop that. So Ms. Donna Ortega, will you please accept me to be your husband? For real this time. Under God's protection. And as he goes.
You guys are beautiful. Keep it going.
Should we go over my other ring? Okay.
Never off duty. Hey, but you can't get away from that date though.
Well, I have another ring on, so.
I think you got like 8 minutes, 30 seconds. Yeah, you got like 8 minutes already. Yeah, you said 10 minutes. So.
Yeah.
I love it. I have my other ring. So we've been engaged. I don't know if you guys know the story, but right when my daughter was born, he proposed to me. So I've had, all right, so we've been engaged literally like almost 9 years. And just because we were going through so much, and I was scared. So I just said I was not ready. And I was not going to be ready until I felt like we were ready. And recently I've been saying, I think we're ready. I think it's time. We've been together now for a long time, like 11 years, I think. Off and on, of course, but I always kept telling him, like, you need to re-propose to me because everything we went through, like, it's a new beginning, it's a new chapter in our lives. So I don't want to remember about the past. Although I want to keep the ring, I don't. So I didn't know that he was going to do this today. I just wanted this to be about you guys today. Today was supposed to be about you guys. I wanted everything perfect. I came here, I decorated. It's for you. So you guys mean so much to him. Every day he comes home telling me stories about your guys' successes, and I get remotivated because if you guys all know, I did have my son and I went through a battle. I gained 80 pounds, and so I went through a big struggle because I went into heart failure. It was a lot of stuff, and I'm still struggling to lose some of this weight, but I hear your guys' stories and I'm like, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. So you guys are my motivation, and so I have 40 more pounds to lose to get back to my pre-baby weight, and I'm determined. But it's because of you guys. When I hear your stories and things like that, it motivates me. So thank you guys for being here. You guys got to witness.
Thank you. I hope you guys enjoy the show. This is all for you. I got into your pool. Best believe you won't pay for this. Yeah, you got some calories there. I love you guys, and I'm very grateful and thankful for all of you.
Now 1, 2, 3, 4. Fit. All right, now you two. I'm gonna start you. No, it don't matter.
Jeremiah. They're warming up.
I want a picture of you guys.
It's already poured, baby. That's all you. Hey, Merry Christmas.
No, you don't
Thank
understand.
you
This is
for
100
taking
proof.
care of my beautiful wife and making her even better than she
I
already
didn't do anything.
was. I love you. You guys have another baby? It's my fault. If you have another baby,
I take
salud. Salud.
Oh, just do it, Felix. Just do it. Oh my God.
You're a slow shot taker.
Holy crap! Wait that 5 seconds.
It's gonna be. I love you.
I love you, Tim. What did your husband just do to me?
I don't know.
Somebody else.